Hello everyone, it's time for our reading session. Today we are going to be reading Jake and Jen in the Tomb of Ice. You're going to need your home learning book and a pencil. We're going to answer these questions together. Can you make a prediction about this story? Think about the clues you can find in the picture. Our second question is, what clues can you find to support your answer? So have a look at the title, have a look at the pictures. What do you spot? What might help you predict what this story is about? And our last question is, who is the author and the illustrator? Think about what an author is and an illustrator is. Where might you find the names of these people? Right, we are going to get on with our story now. Before we start our story, we are going to have a look at some sounds that we might find in the story. I'm going to go first and you can repeat after me. Mm. 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 S. S. Sh. Sh. Z. Right, let's start our story. Page number 2, The Jungle. Jake Jones, the famous treasure hunter, trekked deeper into the jungle. Are we getting close? Asked Jen, the scientist on the expedition. Jake checked their position on the map. The tomb should be across the river. Jen winced from a bite to her leg. Army ants, she cried. Jake felt ants crawling over him too. He brushed them off, but others came swarming from the bushes. Run, shouted Jake. They fled into the clearing. That was nasty, said Jen. Suddenly, she leapt away and pointed to the ground. Quicksand! Jake's feet were sinking fast. Jen took a rope from her knapsack and threw it to him. She pulled him to safety. Treasure hunting is dangerous work, said Jake with a grim expression. They hiked on until they came to a river. We'll have a swim, said Jen. No, look, Jake pointed to an alligator in the water. We must swing across. He nodded at a vine hanging from a tree. You go first. The alligator snapped at Jen's heels, but she landed safely. Jake then swung over the monster's gnashing teeth. See you later, alligator. The Tomb of Ice. Jake found the entrance to the tomb behind a gnarled tree. Entering, they saw a huge white casket shining in the darkness. The treasure must be in there, whispered Jake. Then let's hurry, said Jen. Wait, Jake shouted, spotting a jaguar asleep on a ledge. That's the gatekeeper of the ice tomb. They crept past the jaguar to open the casket, but froze as a large black spider scuttled across. I hate spiders, Jake hissed. They don't scare me, said Jen, and wrenched open the casket. A bright light filled the tomb, and a blast of cold air made them shiver. Inside the casket, Red and green ice jewels sparkled. Jake and Jen grabbed each other. Should we save another? Asked Jen. No time, Jake replied. The tomb is closing in on us. The close escape. With the ice jewels in their possession, Jake and Jen raced out of the tomb. But they woke the jaguar. It leapt from the ledge and gave chase. Jake and Jen swung back across the river. The jaguar jumped over in one bound. Quick, up there, Jake shouted. They climbed a rock face to escape. But at the top, Jen knocked a boulder loose. The huge rock rolled towards them. Jake and Jen slid down a canyon to get away and landed in a heap at the bottom. A shadow loomed over them. They looked up to see their arch enemy, Shane. Hand them over, said Shane. Behind stood him his henchman, Vincent, cracking his knuckles. Reluctantly, Jake and Jen gave them the ice jewels. You'll regret this, promised Jen. As Shane and Vincent walked away, sniggering, a voice shouted, Shane, I told you not to take ice lollies from the freezer. Jake and Jen turned to see their mother striding across the garden. They chuckled as their older brother got told off instead of them. Sweet, said Jake, and the ice lollies are even sweeter, replied Jen, taking some out of her pack. And that is the end of our story. Tune in next time. See you later. Have a great day. Keep safe.